LEGO Star Wars fans like us have seen some fantastic sets, but LEGO occasionally misses the mark or excludes sets that we are particularly excited about. So here's my list of the top 10 LEGO Star Wars sets we'd like to see in 2025. But before we get started, let's acknowledge two honorable mentions. These sets are something I'd like to see in 2025, but it's not a deal breaker if they don't, as I'll explain later. First up is the Jango Fett Slave one. It's been a long time since we've had a new version, back in 2002, and let's be honest, that one looks pretty out of date compared to what LEGO can do now. We're long overdue for an update, but for some reason, LEGO has yet to produce one. It would be fantastic to see a new, improved version. I just hope they don't make it too small. That would be an understatement for such an iconic ship. It would also look great alongside the Obi-Wan Jedi Starfighter, especially if they were on the same scale. Another set we're hoping for in 2025 is a turbo tank from the Bad Batch Season 2. It's not as overdue as the Slave one, but it would still be awesome to see it in LEGO form. It would be great if they make it in a size that matches well with the AT-TE, which is going to retire soon. I also think it would be perfect to include a Commander Howard minifigure with this set. He's a unique clone trooper that fans would love to have. Now, onto the main list. In 2025, I'd love to see LEGO celebrate the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. Yes, next year marks 2 decades since that movie came out. Getting sets based on it would be fantastic. Diorama set. First up on the list is a diorama set. When I think of episode 3, I immediately picture the epic duel on Mustafar. A diorama of that scene would be incredible. It would feature 2 minifigures, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, maybe with Anakin's Sith eyes, having an intense battle on a lava-filled landscape. This would be awesome because the last set of this battle was pretty boring. Next up, let's talk about the Starship Collection, which used to be called MIDI-scale sets. Some folks aren't happy about the new name, saying it's less flexible, but I think it might be more flexible because now it's not limited to just MIDI scale. This means LEGO Star Wars can release Starship Collection sets that are even smaller on a micro scale, but we'll talk about that more in a bit. Malevolence MIDI scale set. Now we have the Malevolence set in MIDI scale. Even though it's not from episode 3, it would be a great match for the Invisible Hand set we got this year on the same scale. I think this ship looks awesome, even though it kind of reminds me of that freeze weapon from Despicable Me. But jokes aside, it would still be a cool addition. Lucra Hulk. Now we're at number 3 on our list, and this is a set we've never seen before, the Lucra Hulk, but this time in MIDI scale or even micro scale. See, this is why calling it the Starship Collection works well, because it can cover different sizes of ships. Anyway, even though we've never had this set, I think it would be a cool idea. Venator. Finally, wrapping up the MIDI scale sets, we have a Venator in MIDI scale or Starship Collection size. It really should be a thing, especially since LEGO already made the Invisible Hand, and these two would go great together. Plus, at this size, it would be more affordable for many folks compared to the UCS version, which costs a lot. Even at this smaller scale, it could still look super detailed, just like the Invisible Hand, so yeah, I think it would be awesome. Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. Now let's talk about the playsets, which might be more exciting for some of you. At number 5, we have the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. We haven't seen this since 2013, and I think it's a neat build. It would make a great set, maybe priced around $25 to $35, or even more if they add extra minifigures. Yeah, I think this set is overdue and would be a fun playset to have. Hailfire Droid. Next up, we have another droid, the Hailfire Droid. It hasn't been made since 2015, so it's overdue for a remake, and I mean a bigger one. The last version was pretty small, probably the smallest LEGO has ever made, so I think a larger version, maybe even built with Technic pieces or a mix of Technic and regular LEGO pieces like the upcoming Droideka, would be awesome to see. It would make a great playset or display set. ARC 170. Now, this next set is sure to get some of you excited because it's a favorite among fans, and it's been a while since we've seen it, the ARC 170. This set is long overdue, especially considering how many X-Wings LEGO has made recently. It's starting to feel a bit repetitive without one of these thrown in now and then. I think the ARC 170 is a big part of episode 3, one of the most iconic ships from that movie. Having another playset version of it would be fantastic. Also, this would be a good chance to update the Kit Fisto minifigure, which looks a bit old-fashioned compared to today's standards. General Grievous. Now, on to General Grievous at number 8. No LEGO Star Wars wave is complete without some UCS sets. And kicking that off, we have the General Grievous buildable figure UCS set. Honestly, I've been hoping for this figure ever since LEGO released that Chewbacca buildable figure, which I think looks a bit silly. But anyway, I think LEGO could do a much better job with a droid build, because it has sharp features compared to the soft and furry features of Chewbacca. So I think Chewbacca wasn't the best choice for such a big figure, but I believe they could do well with a buildable General Grievous. It could look intimidating, and at that price and scale, it would make a great display piece. And the last General Grievous figure we got didn't capture his awesomeness, in my opinion. So it would be awesome to see a new and improved version, 212th Trooper Battle Pack. Now, on to number 9, we have a Battle Pack, which is a must-have for any LEGO Star Wars collection. I've picked the 212th Trooper Battle Pack, basically an updated version of the Utapau Troopers Battle Pack we've seen before, but I think this one could be even better, despite the helmet misprints. If they include 4 plain 212th minifigures instead of mixing them with the airborne troopers, it would make for a better army builder and a great battle pack. And okay, maybe they can throw in 1 airborne trooper because some folks like them, but only if they include the comma as an actual cloth piece instead of just a print, which doesn't look so great. Alright, for the builds in this battle pack, I'd suggest a 2 minifigure scale RATRT and a small Bark Speeder, both to minifigure scale. UCS Invisible Handset. Now for the last spot on this list, I've saved the best for last, a UCS Invisible Handset. It would be amazing at around $600 to go next to last year's UCS Venator, which looks phenomenal. I think this set, especially if they can make it so you can display it split in half, would be perfect. The current Invisible Hand in MIDI scale on shelves right now doesn't have that feature, which is a shame. In my opinion, it would be the perfect prequel UCS set. I've been dreaming about this set being released on a bigger scale, and it would be incredible.